Hey, welcome in. So do we have another case of get woke, go broke? I believe that we do. Here's a headline. Mel Magazine to stop publishing after mass layoffs from owner Dollar Shave Club. So this was an online magazine owned by the Dollar Shave Club. So presumably just to sell Dollar Shave Club products, right? So you'd think they'd kind of just focus on that. That would make sense. Let's see. The magazine will stop publishing on Wednesday and is seeking a new owner. So let's see. What was it here? What was it supposed to be? Dollar Shave Club launched Mel on Medium in 2015 before the magazine moved to its new site in 2018. Though the magazine covered men's grooming and other lifestyle topics from a quote-unquote male point of view. From a male point of view. Okay. The outlet became popular for its witty and sharp culture coverage. But did it? Did it? Did it cover things from a male point of view? And did it become popular? Well, I don't think it became popular enough because, let's see, here it became its own site in 2018, and just a few years later, it's gone. So it can't have been that popular. And as for this male point of view thing, Dollar Shave Club, it's a men's brand, right? Male point of view would make sense for that. Let's take a look at it here. Well, let's see. Mel Magazine, guy culture, health, sex, style, food, movies, guy culture. Okay, so let's take a look. Here's Mel Magazine. What do we have here? Here's the first story. The pressure to act like a man starts in preschool. So I'm not liking where this one's going already. It said, boys as young as 3 are more than happy to police the toy box and make sure that no little dude walks away with a Barbie. Because that's the problem with the world right now. Because there's 3-year-olds right now that are, I guess, policing toy boxes. Never really seen that myself, but, I guess we'll have to take Mel's word for that. And apparently it's a bad thing for boys to play with, I'm guessing, masculine toys, like trucks and things instead of Barbies. So I guess these are the things that guys are worried about. What do they call it? They said guy culture. So this is guy culture, huh? Not with my friends. Masculinity studies, huh? Anytime you put studies behind something, you know that it's basically just postmodernist, socialist gobbledygook. So anyway, but here we have a clue as to why this men's magazine has failed. Because nobody wants to read that. In fact, it's insulting. Here we have an article here saying liberals and conservatives alike use the Boston Marathon bomber as a boogeyman to deny prisoners their rights. This is guy culture, apparently. Actually, it sounds more like, intersectionalist communist culture. I don't know. I don't think you can call this really just the kind of guy culture that you'd expect in a men's magazine. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say, if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. Here's something about a woman going under the knife on The Swan, the most controversial reality show ever. Guy culture. This doesn't really just seem like men, the kind of stuff that you'd normally see in a men's magazine. It doesn't seem like the sort of thing that most men would be interested in. Well, here's one about working out. Okay, I can see that. Orson Welles, sure. Oh, here we go. There's finally a name for Trump's murderous masculinity. What do we call a machismo so horrifying it leaves 500,000 dead? An esteemed gender scholar has an idea. So, yeah, okay. Gender scholar, great. And this is under masculinity studies, so gender studies, I guess. Gender studies is now just guy culture, I suppose. So it seems like their masculinity studies here are just basically anti-male propaganda. So you've basically got anti-male propaganda in a men's magazine that is supposed to be, I would assume, being used to try and sell products for Dollar Shave Club. So it really comes as no surprise that this wouldn't be popular and that the magazine will stop publishing because, because this was a totally stupid, counterproductive waste. Was it that, Dollar Shave Club just wasn't paying attention and they didn't see what this thing was? If anything, I had no idea this magazine even existed, and I don't buy from Dollar Shave Club, but if I were looking into the company and I saw this, I would immediately say, no, I'm not buying their products. I'm not buying from people that seem to hate me. So perhaps they just didn't pay close enough attention that they didn't know what was being done really in their name. Didn't they learn anything from remember that Gillette commercial? Gillette faces backlash and boycott over Me Too advert. Remember this? Remember this commercial they did? This The Best Men Can Be? Where they just basically portrayed men as a bunch of a-holes. Let's see. The company said it wants men to hold each other accountable. And it turned out that actually men wanted to hold Gillette accountable. Backlash and boycott. And you know what? Men actually do hold each other accountable. That's the thing. And what, the lunatics who come up with this kind of stuff come up with is just not real. At least not in the West. Masculinity in the West is not toxic. I'm sorry. When you make advertising, apparently to try and sell products, that's pretending that every man is some toxic masculinity bomb just waiting to go off, you're going to lose customers because it's just not true and people don't like being insulted. And frankly, what these kind of gender studies lunatics and the people that apparently, the masculinity studies people over at Mel magazine don't understand is that what they call toxic masculinity is just men being normal, men having testosterone, being competitive. It's all very natural, actually. And the second that things turn to hell in a society, things like stoicism, strength, mental toughness, these are things that will be in high demand. High demand, I can promise you that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. This is certainly a Get Woke, Go Broke, by the way. It's definitely Get Woke, Go Broke. But anyway, thanks a lot. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.